Why'd you do it?
You know damn well why. Back off.
Hello, welcome back everybody to another custom review video. Unlike my other ones, I've actually already made a video on this guy, technically two. But I did say I was going to make another one, and I thought, what better day to release this video than on May 4th? Hopefully I stick to that, so I don't have to cut this out of the video. But I did it despite repainting this, as you probably saw in the intro. Doesn't look great, and I think it boils down to the head sculpt mainly, and how much paint I put on it over the years, because obviously over the years I repaint my head sculpts as I think I'm getting better, and with all the paint on this figure, the detail got lost, so when I repainted it again, he's just kind of smooth head. Kind of looks like an egg, I guess, like a really wide egg. But despite that, I still think this figure has some really great engineering, and with the new Kenobi show coming up, some people might want to go back and, build this figure. And obviously John Walker Customs has really, really good kits, but when I built this about a year and a, or actually, was it 2 years ago now? John Walker didn't have a kit for this set. So all of this is actually from, I think it's Twin Sun Customs. It's all molded from the small 3.75 inch figure, like the arms and the torso, and then they scaled it up. I bought it, and then I just sanded out areas to make it just the armor, as you can see, which I thought was a really good idea. Then I bought head sculpt of the creepy guy from Return of the Jedi that tells Obi-Wan that Grievous is there. What a fucking snitch. But yeah, so I did that. Let me take the head off. You can see the layers of paint on here. If you look down, you'll see this is the standard hinge that when I did this, I actually cut this entire thing in half. And all this area you see right here is actually just me sculpting it. So I cut it in half because it was too wide. I put it on both sides after I shaved it out. Then I molded in the middle, or sculpted in the middle to make it this way. And actually, the whole entire way I did this is actually probably about $20 cheaper than John Walker Customs. Let me put the head on. There we go. It doesn't fall off. Moving his head is going to be a negatory because of the collar. Otherwise, you'd be able to, with the way I did it. The arms, again, just on there. There's not that much more engineering than the torso. The belt, right, the torso and the belt, I'm pretty sure, are from the Death Star Trooper. Which it gives you this kind of sculpted out piece right here. That the Inquisitor actually has, because it's a different color, with pinstripes down it. I didn't actually repaint this ever, so that's the same as my original video. I didn't repaint the legs either, and surprisingly, being the first custom I ever put on my channel, I didn't seal any of this, and it all has kept, even in the joints, it all has kept pretty well. That's the thing to note. You'll also note that with the Death Star Trooper, his legs don't actually have these kind of poofs out. And I got that because I took the legs from a Tarkin figure and I put them on this Death Star Trooper. Yeah, that's what sorry. My mind just went blank. Yeah, so I took that out and I put them on there. That's what I did. And I don't actually remember exactly what I did, the extra pieces. Let me see. I might actually have them here. No. I'm not going to look for it. If I find it by the end of the video, I'll show it next to each other. I was going to make a clone officer with the excess pieces, but I never got to it. But, yeah. And obviously I took the lightsaber from the second sister, Inquisitor. And I think all these parts combined worked out really, really well, especially in the height department. When we get to the comparisons, you'll see that more often. Another thing to note pretty quickly here is that you might want to paint these before you put them on. That was my mistake. But the shoulder pads have decals on them. So I didn't have to actually paint them. And this, I'm pretty sure, might have been, I think I've said this multiple times, but this might have been my first instance of using decals. Sorry if you hear a bunch of shit in the background. There seems to be a lot of military activity up here, which is, I don't know if something happened with Russia today, but I haven't checked the news. It is pretty weird, though. It's like about the 5th helicopter that's passed. Probably just military training. For the head, which I've been reluctantly looking at, paint-wise, let's move my tablet. Paint-wise right here, you'll see the layers of paint. Wow, what's going on right there on his face? Yeah, I don't know what... Okay, my thumb is way too fat for this. Here. Found my poker. I found it a while ago. Right there. I don't know what that is. Looks like just a piece of paint I forgot to chip off before I repainted the eyes. But you can see the shitty paint job I did, which I made fun of in the intro. But that's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at the colors I chose, because I think they're pretty spot on. Obviously, for the face, it's black and red. If you look at the eyes, I actually used gold to kind of get that reflective, shiny, fiery substance that's on the Inquisitor, which I thought worked out pretty well, especially when you have them back a ways and the light just hits them right. Obviously, it's not going to appear on camera as well. Maybe if I zoom in a little, you can see it a little better. Oh, yeah, right there. That looks great right there. The armor is a little too shiny. Probably should have matted that down a bit. If you choose to do it the way I did it, I would choose to mat it down again. The belt has a holster on it. You're going to want to cut off because the Inquisitor doesn't use a pistol, because that would be uncivilized. And another thing to note, I don't know, I think John Walker has like 3 different lightsabers, and I actually thought about doing a John Walker Customs Inquisitor for the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and I still might. I just don't really have the money right now to be doing that, and since I have like 12 customs I need to finish, I'm just going to hold off on that. On the back here, you can see does not fit on, so you won't be able to have the Inquisitor carry this, really. If I remember right, no, it can't get put on there. So that's going to be a negatory right there. But I've talked a little too much about how I made him, so let's just move straight on into height comparisons. So here you can see a comparison with obviously the main Rebels members right here, Kanan and Ezra. And again, I think the height works really well with them. If you look back on my Instagram, I think I did a couple pictures with them. They won't be in my video, though. I'm not going to link the original video. This is meant to be a replacement for it. The original video is really bad, and I think it's out of ratio. But I will link my custom figure showcase, because I recorded that before I tried to fix the paint on the face. So you can see what he looked like beforehand and this paint job afterhand. Again, this is not the best paint job I can do. Trust me. I will link my Captain Rex video to prove it. No, not Captain Rex. Who the fuck? What clone was it? Shit. I think it was Hauser? Hauser? It doesn't matter. This is his height comparison with Kanan and Ezra. He's taller than Ezra, obviously, just slightly taller than Kanan. Honestly, in a perfect world, I'd have him taller than Kanan, but this Kanan's pretty lanky, and honestly, actually, I'd have Kanan shorter, a little shorter. You're about to see why in a second here, because of this comparison right here. I think the Inquisitor scales really well with Darth Vader, but Kanan, I feel like, doesn't scale well with either of them. He just needs to be like, he's okay, so if he was 6 feet tall, I'd want him 2 inches smaller, but since he's 6 inches tall, no. Okay. Scratch whatever I was saying before. I just want him to be a little bit shorter. Probably about let's see. Probably about the height of the Inquisitor's eyebrows would be good for Kanan. He's just way too tall right here. But the Inquisitor scales really well with Darth Vader. And as we're about to see, he scales well with some other Imperials. Imperials like Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Black Series new mold Stormtrooper. Which I also think he scales really well with these too. I like how Thrawn is just slightly taller than him. I think it all works out pretty well together. I like how he's taller than the Stormtroopers. None of this is intentional. This is just the way I did it. But it worked out really well in my opinion. He looks very, very menacing standing right there. And let's get Vader back in there, just in the background, because he did appear in a Vader comic, so this is inappropriate. I don't think he's appeared on screen next to Vader, but, yeah. Yep, that looks pretty good. And that is the way I am going to display him. If you choose to do this and you are a better customizer than me, record a video and link it in the comments. I will watch it. And other than that, I think that's the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Go ahead and go watch the other videos I linked. If you like this content, you want to see more. And besides that, happy May 4th, everybody. And